Have you ever met a guy who seemed incredibly confident, but after a few minutes, something about him just felt off? At first, he looks like the most self-assured man in the room. He speaks loudly, he jokes, he walks like he owns the place. But then, people slowly start pulling away. Women lose interest, friends get tired of him, and somehow, the same trait that made him attractive at first becomes the reason people avoid him. So what happened? The truth is, there's a very thin line between confidence and ego, and most men don't even realize when they've crossed it. In this video, we're going to break down how real confidence works, why ego secretly destroys attraction, and the subtle signs that you're drifting from one into the other. Because the difference is smaller than you think, but the results are completely opposite. Let's start with something most people misunderstand. Confidence is quietly powerful. A confident man doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't need constant validation, and he doesn't need to dominate every conversation. He simply knows who he is. But ego works differently. Ego is confidence that needs an audience. It shows up when someone constantly tries to demonstrate their value instead of simply having it. You'll notice things like interrupting people to prove a point, turning every conversation back to themselves, or trying a little too hard to look impressive. At first, this can still look like confidence, but over time, people start to feel the difference. Because real confidence makes others comfortable, ego does the opposite. It subtly puts people down, competes for attention, and tries to win every interaction. And here's the ironic part. Many men fall into ego right when they start becoming confident. They've improved themselves, they've had some success with women, people start paying attention, and suddenly confidence slowly shifts into performance. Instead of being relaxed, they start trying to maintain an image, and that's where attraction starts to fade. Because confidence is attractive, but ego feels like insecurity wearing a disguise. So how do you avoid this trap? A simple rule helps. Confident men focus on being, not proving. They don't need to show everyone how valuable they are. They simply live it. And ironically, that's exactly what makes people notice. Real confidence doesn't need to be loud, because when it's real, people can feel it without you saying a word.